Hey champions and superstars, my name is Eugene Chang from Freedom Profits and welcome to today's presentation on the 7 reasons products fail and how to avoid them. Now before we get started, I would love for you to do me a quick favor. If you want more insights videos like this, subscribe to my channel so I can help you create more tutorial videos to help you scale and grow your Amazon e-commerce business. Thanks. Now, all you sellers starting your Amazon e-commerce business probably wonder at some point or in the beginning, do I really need a business plan? Well, the answer is most definitely a yes. Now, it is important to think through your business and write it down on a paper or a Google document so you can visualize it better and take action. Now, having a strategic plan is only the first step of starting your Amazon business. It takes more than that to build a successful e-commerce business. You probably heard of a lot of success and failure stories, reading articles or watching videos, but why do so many products fail to produce any financial return on the world, the world's largest e-commerce platform? Amazon's pretty much like dominant within the industry. And in this video, I will explain the 7 reasons why, what I've seen, why products fail in the marketplace and how you can avoid them. Now I'll be adding a whole bunch of value once again for you, throughout all this video. Now, so get your pen and paper ready to take notes, and if you miss any important information, you can always come back to this presentation. Awesome. Now let's not waste any more time and get the ball rolling. So what will you learn today? Now mainly is the 7 reasons product fail and how you can avoid them. I'll give you some tips and tricks that you can do to avoid all these 7 failures. Now, the first one is lack of market research. It is important for sellers yourself to perform a thorough market research prior to launching a product to mitigate any risk of product failure. And don't just launch a product because your neighbor or your friend said that, well, there's lots of potential of selling this product. And I'm like, oh, have you heard of this cat comb that is really it combs everything else, and anything else that people say, your neighbors say is good, then you want to sell it. There are plenty of online tools for you to choose from to do your market research. I've used a couple of them products myself, such as Unicorn Smasher, ZonGuru's Chrome extension, and I personally prefer ZonGuru's tools because of the user interface and also the extra details information that it provides, such as a launch budget. So really depends on your personal preference right here. So make sure you do all your market research and before you decide on a product. Now, sellers able to find the best seller product with all the data provided by all these online tools. For instance, sellers can identify the estimated monthly revenue here, average sales, the number of reviews and ratings, prices, everything else, and also you can even import all these details to a spreadsheet so you can further analyze and do your research with these tools. So you really need to dig deeper into this type of products that you're looking to sell. Search for product history as well. Check Google Trends to ensure the product isn't just a fad and fidget spinner. Also, you can ask yourself these basic questions before you decide on a product to sell. Now, does the product have consistent demand? Is it seasonal? You don't want to be selling, say, a Santa Claus suit because people only buy it during December. Does the product have good margins? Is the product fragile? Does it ship easily? You don't want to be shipping a whole bunch of wine glasses and then the next thing you arrive at the warehouse and it's all broken and you lose a lot of inventory and also resources. Now, does the product have less than 1,000 reviews on average? If so, then great. There's not many competitors within the within that category, within that niche. And is the product trademark? If it is trademarked, then just have to walk away because you don't want to get people sending you lawsuits and letters from lawyers. So make sure you do a lot of market research before you dive into those specific product. Now the next one is the reason product fails is because sellers are thinking short term. Now having only one product planned for your Amazon e-commerce business will most likely lead your business to failure. True, there are a lot of one-hit wonders happening around us, but fails to launch the next product within a short time frame will give competitors the edge, a chance to knock you out the water. I'm a great example of it. So when I first started 5 years ago, I was selling iPhone glass screen protectors. I was raking in with almost 60 sales per day. I got carried away. I was so happy with all these sales coming in, and I didn't launch my second product in time. And competitors came in and just like Spigen, all those other Orthobox, they just came in and blew me out of the water. So lesson here is to think long term and plan your line of products accordingly, and then launch them on a timely basis. Now don't be afraid if a product fails to produce any consistent sales. You can always innovate better and then launch another product. Now the third one is starting off cheap. Gone are the days of sellers sourcing for private labels suppliers, slap a label onto the product and expect to generate a whole ton of sales. Sure, you're gonna need a few $100s to launch a product, but if your product is too generic, you won't be able to compete with other sellers, as customers just buy the cheapest products on Amazon. And with all of the resources on Google, most people can launch their brand by slapping on a label on available products. And supplements are a great example. You can search for protein powder private labeling, and you see a whole bunch of private labelers that can provide you with protein powders. Whether you want a 2 pound, 4 pounds, all you need to do, give them a logo and your brand, and your label, and they pretty much slap a label onto it and you're off to the races. But then again, there's way too many generic products, so I don't think it's going to work. It might for some categories, but of course you want to be safe. You want to innovate. So you need to be more innovative when it comes to creating your product. For instance, you need to spend money on customizing a specific formula for, I'll use vegan protein powder example, like I mentioned before, to avoid clashing with other competitors. You need to deliver extraordinary products that solve a problem in order to stand out from the competitors, from the marketplace. Now, selling products of really low quality just to save costs, that will also lead to product failure. Customers these days, they want and they will pay a higher price for a more high quality product. So don't try to cut costs or take any shortcuts. That just doesn't work. Now, the fourth one is you fail to figure out what it takes for product to rank. Jumping on Amazon bandwagon without figuring out what it takes for a product to rank on the site will most likely cause your product to fail. Now, I'm just using Zone Guru's Chrome extension example here. So there's a metric called launch budget, which I think is quite useful. It shows you an estimated budget for you to launch your product and get it to page 1. And the estimates include COGS, so the cost of goods sold of 30% of the average sale price, enough stock for you to run giveaways for 15 days, 2 months of stock for organic, and also 2 months of stock for organic sales. So that metric take into account these 3 estimates right here. So another important metric is finding out the number of units you need to sell in order to be on page 1. For instance, if a product on page 1 is selling 3,000 units per month, then you need to sell at least 100 units per day. You do your maths right there. 3,000 units divided by 30 days equals 100. So you need to sell at least 100 units a day in order to compete and to be on page 1. So all these online tools, they provide all the details, so you just do your calculations and make sure you know what it needs, what it takes for your product to rank. Also, another important thing is knowing how Amazon SEO works gives you an upper hand, by helping you better understand the ranking factors that determine whether your product shows up on page 1 or buried at the bottom of page 10. I've got a video on Amazon SEO, so you can check my channel, or I'll link it down in the description below. So the fifth one is product listing is not optimized. Now, not optimizing your product listing, like this is another main reason why products fail in the marketplace. Like this is a common mistake among sellers, a lot of sellers. So product listings that are not optimized will have a high bounce rate and a low conversion rate. So meaning high bounce rate, meaning people look in your listing and then just close it or hit the back button to go back to the main page to search for other products. And sellers really need to optimize, your product listings in order to rank on Amazon's search result page. Now, knowing how Amazon A9 algorithm works will certainly put you in advantage on ranking your products. Now, you need to optimize, your product image to attract customers and provide an enhanced customer shopping experience. You can also implement video into your listing images now, but it's only for brand registered sellers that you can do that. So, which is, I always advocate go down the private label route. So Amazon will reward you with brand, when you sign up for brand register, and you get to have videos on your listing images, your description, you get to have the enhanced brand content. So lots of benefits, going down the private label route. And looking at this example right here, your product description needs to have better copywriting to convince customers to make a purchase. Now, not to say single line right here, like the perfect purge outdoor and then blah 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 blah. That's it, just a single line. It doesn't work. So you really need to optimize it, your bullet points as well, and product title, even your pricing. There's a strategy behind it. Say $139.97, for example, instead of just $149, $150. And also make sure your backend search terms, remember to optimize it. So your backend search terms, target audience, subject matter, intended use, and other attributes to help buyers better find your product. So you can optimize that with all the keywords and all the relevant product information. Let's get the next one. It's poor marketing strategy. Now, having a poor marketing strategy will not only cause you to lose time and money, but will lead to product failure. Absolutely. Keep in mind that customers are not aware of your product if you're targeting the wrong audience. For example, you're selling vegan protein powder. Or you're selling vegan protein powder to, like say for example the usual bodybuilders, because a lot of people prefer the usual one instead of going vegan. But you have to really target specifically on vegan bodybuilders or yogis, and really dive deep into your target audience. You really need to understand them, demographics, psychographics, geographics. Also, too often sellers have the mindset of set and forget when it comes to selling online and expecting customers to buy your products because it is the best, it is the only one in the market. That's just ignorant, and you want to set yourself for failure. You need to run Amazon ads and laser focus on optimizing it before you even think about moving on to driving outside traffic such as Facebook ads, Instagram ads, or even Pinterest ads. Reason being, people already have a buying mindset when they're on Amazon, and if you can't make the most out of it, then there's no point in getting distracted, running ads on other platforms, running multiple sales funnels that, trying to get more sales in. But if you can't focus and optimize your Amazon ads, it's not really gonna work. And there are also plenty of other ways to market your range of products, besides running ads as well. For instance, partnering up with and also collaborate with YouTubers, influencers. You can run promotions for special occasions on, say, Mother's Day, Christmas, Black Friday, Prime Day, or even reach out to affiliate marketers to help you promote your products. So, and also even Amazon giveaways. There are plenty of ways to do your marketing strategy. So execute it accordingly, planning out, write out your business plan and your marketing plan as well. Now, I've got a lot of videos on my YouTube, so you can check out my channel for more marketing strategies that you can execute. Now, the last but not least is prolonged product development and delayed market entry can cause serious damage, to your Amazon business. Like this meme right here: no release date set, no delays. But then again, this isn't gonna work. So if you contemplate and you take too long to launch your product, by the time you launch your product, hits the marketplace, customers' need might probably already change, or competitors got ahead of you. And instead of spending too much time trying to perfect your product, you can launch it, get feedback from customers, tweak it again, and then launch an improved version, version 2.0, version 3.0. Now, that's pretty much it. All 7 reasons why products fail on Amazon, or even in general within e-commerce marketplace, and what you can do to avoid them. Now, just remember to staff your distractions and feed your focus. Being and staying focused is one of the main keys to earn a successful product on and off Amazon. Focus on solving a core problem that frustrates your target audience, and also be sure to do plenty of research, like I mentioned in the first one, why product fails. Make sure you do a lot of research, prior to launching a product. But then again, try not to spend too much time trying to perfect it. Now, don't forget to comment down below if you have any questions for me, and I promise I'll reply within 32 hours. So I thank you for taking time to watch my presentation up until this end. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed creating it for you guys, and I hope you've gained lots of value and written down all the notes, all the tips that I've given throughout this presentation. Now, feel free to share this video with your friends who you think will benefit from it, and please do yourself and myself a favor and subscribe to my channel for more videos to help you scale and grow your Amazon business. I wish you the very best of success for your Amazon business, and I'll catch you in the next video. Adios.